How to create a free website using Google Sites. Hi guys, welcome back to another video. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can easily create your very own website using Google Sites. So let's jump straight into it. First, head over to sites.google.com. The good thing here is you don't need to create a separate account. Since Google Sites is part of the Google ecosystem, it will automatically detect your Google account and set everything up for you. Once you're logged in, you'll land on the dashboard. Here you'll notice a section with different templates you can use to get started. Now, Google Sites doesn't give you hundreds of templates like some other website builders, but it does have enough to cover the basics. You'll find templates for work-related websites, small businesses, weddings, education projects, portfolios, and more. If you want full control, you can also start with a completely blank template and design everything from scratch. But in this case, let's go ahead and create a simple portfolio website. From the template gallery, I'll select the Personal Portfolio option. After a few seconds, the editor will load up, and this is where the fun begins. Google Sites keeps things simple. It's not an advanced, overly complicated editor, which is great for beginners. On the right-hand side, you'll see your main editing tools. This is where you can add content blocks, customize layouts, and adjust your site's design. There are about 6 basic content block styles you can choose from, which makes it straightforward and beginner-friendly. Now, once we've uploaded the image, you can see it updates right away on the website. Pretty straightforward. Then let's move on to the text section. Here, you can just click on the text box and type in your own details like your name, your profession, maybe your location, and a short introduction about yourself. This is where you can really personalize your site. After that, if you scroll down, you'll notice more content blocks. These are perfect for showcasing your work or portfolio. For example, you can add project images, videos, or even embed presentations directly from your Google Drive. Just drag and drop the type of block you want, and then fill it with your own content. Next up, if you want to add some extra pages, just head over to the Pages tab on the right-hand side. From here, you can create multiple pages like About Me, Portfolio, or Contact. Each page will have the same editing options, so it stays nice and simple. And then we have the Theme section, where you can change the overall look and feel of your site. You can choose different color palettes, adjust the fonts, and set up a style that matches your personal brand. Once everything is customized the way you like it, the final step is publishing your website. All you need to do is click on the Publish button at the top right, choose your site name, or even connect a custom domain if you have one, and your site will be live for everyone to see. So, that's how easy it is to create your own personal website using Google Sites. It's simple, quick, and doesn't require any coding knowledge. So now that the image is set, let's move on to the Projects page. You can see over here we have a separate page for projects, and we can switch between them just by clicking on the Pages menu on the right side. Inside the Projects page, this is where you can really highlight your work. For example, you can add a short description about what the project is, and then upload supporting images, slides, or even videos. Now, what I like to do here is use content blocks that make everything look organized. For instance, you can pick a block that shows an image or video on one side and text on the other, which is perfect for showcasing projects. So let's go ahead and add a few of those. Just drag them in like this. Boom, there we go. If a section looks too repetitive or unnecessary, you can simply delete it by clicking on it and hitting the trash option. That way, you keep the page clean and professional. From here, you can add your project name, write a short description, and then upload your images or demo files right below it. If you've got multiple projects, you can just repeat this process and stack them one after the other. And to make it even more organized, you can create separate pages for different types of work. For example, one page for video editing projects, another one for voiceovers, another for script writing, and so on. This way, anyone visiting your site can easily navigate and find exactly what they're looking for. Instead of keeping the default Projects page, what I'll do is rename it to something more specific. So over here in the Properties, I'll go ahead and type in Voiceovers. Nice and simple, Nothing too fancy, but it clearly tells visitors what the page is about. Now, of course, I don't just want one page. I also want separate sections for different types of work. So let's create another page and call this one script writing. Then I'll add another one for video editing. And just like that, boom, we now have 3 unique pages, each dedicated to showcasing a different category of work. What's really cool is that we can also organize them into a drop-down menu for easier navigation. For example, I'll create one main page and name it Projects. This will act as the parent page. Then I'll drag voiceovers, script writing, and video editing underneath it to make them subpages. Now when you hover over Projects in the navigation bar, you'll see a drop-down list showing all of those categories. This looks much more professional and keeps everything clean and structured. Visitors don't have to guess where to find things, they can just go straight to the section they're interested in. Now let's actually add some content to these pages. I'll start with the voiceovers page. To showcase a project, you can click on the placeholder image, then choose how you want to upload. You can either upload directly from your computer, select an image or video from your Google Drive, or even embed content from YouTube. For example, I'll click on Drive, and since I'm already logged in, Google Sites will automatically pull up my files. From here, I can scroll through, pick the video or audio file I want, and then just hit Insert. It'll drop that project right onto the page, complete with a preview. Once that's in place, you can give it a title like YouTube VoiceOver Project, and underneath, add a short description, something like what the project was about, the client you worked for, or the tools you used. That way, anyone checking it out can quickly understand the context. And here's the nice part. If someone actually wants to watch or listen to the full version, they can simply click on it, and it'll open directly in Google Drive or YouTube depending on what you linked. I'll go ahead and repeat this process a few more times so the page doesn't look empty. Add 2 or 3 projects, give them names, write small descriptions, and align the text so everything looks neat. Once that's done, the page already starts to feel like a proper professional portfolio. To make it even better, you can add a short intro section at the top that says something like, "Here are a few of my recent projects, including work I completed this month. These include samples of my voiceovers, some script writing examples, and a few video editing projects." This sets the stage for anyone browsing and makes the page feel complete. Different channels, projects, or whatever you're working on, you can always give each one a proper name, write a short description, and showcase it neatly. Boom, that's your project section set up. Now let's talk about the footer. At the bottom of the page, you do have the option to click on Add Footer. From there, you could add links to your other pages or drop in some extra information. But honestly, in this case, I don't think we really need it, so I'll just go ahead and remove it. That keeps the design clean and simple without unnecessary clutter. And that's the beauty of Google Sites. It doesn't overwhelm you with too many tools. You just decide what you want to keep and what you want to remove. So far, we've set up the projects page for voiceovers, script writing, and video editing. The exact same process can be repeated for each section. Just swap in the relevant projects and descriptions, and you're good to go. Now let's jump back to the home page. Here's where you can really make your site stand out. This is the place to highlight some of your featured work, or even display testimonials if you have clients or people you've collaborated with. For example, in the Insert panel, there's a nice testimonial block that allows you to add up to 4 reviews or feedback snippets side by side. It looks very professional and gives your portfolio some extra credibility. Scrolling further down, you might also want to add a Get in Touch section. This can include your email address or a contact form. The best part is Google Sites makes this super easy. You can either insert a pre-made contact form or embed your own form directly. Just double-click anywhere on the page, and you'll see the Embed option pop up. If you've already built a form in Google Forms, you can embed that here and have visitors fill it out right on your site. And don't forget about the extras. On the right-hand panel, you'll see options to add charts, slides, docs, and even Google Maps. That's super handy if, let's say, you want to include your office location or present a case study using charts. Finally, to tie it all together, you'll definitely want to add your social links. This makes it easy for people to find you outside of the website. Just drop in your Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, LinkedIn, or even WhatsApp link, whatever platforms you're active on. That way, anyone who lands on your site can immediately connect with you on different channels. Pretty cool, right? With just a few simple steps, you can transform this from a blank Google Sites page into a professional multi-page portfolio with projects, testimonials, contact forms, and social links, all without needing to code a single thing. And just to show you again, you can always upload your own projects by dragging and dropping one of the content blocks anywhere on the page. If you want something more custom, like a code snippet, maybe some CSS, or even a widget, you can do that too. Just double-click anywhere on the canvas, select the Embed option, and paste in your code. You can embed either by using a direct URL or by dropping the code itself. This way, your site can go beyond the default Google Sites tools and feel more customized to your needs. Pretty cool, right? Now, once you're happy with the design and everything looks the way you want, it's time to publish. All you need to do is click on the Publish button in the top right corner. Here you'll have a few choices. If you already own a domain, you can link it by clicking Use My Existing Domain. Just enter your domain name, hit Connect, and Google will provide you with the DNS records you need to add inside your domain provider's settings. After about 30 to 60 minutes, your domain will be verified and your Google site will be live on your custom web address. If you don't already have a domain, no worries. You can stick with the free Google Sites domain or upgrade through Google Workspace to buy a professional one. Either way, it's a simple process. Once you've chosen your domain name, type it in, hit Publish, and just like that, your website is live. And that's it. You now have a fully functional, professional-looking website created entirely with Google Sites. No coding, no complicated software, just drag, drop, and publish. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this walkthrough and that it helped you understand how easy it is to build your own website with Google Sites. If you did find this helpful, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications so you don't miss out on future tutorials. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Until then, take care.